I also invite you to join the discussion on our subreddit. I'm selling you nothing other than a good time. It's free. You can find it at davidpakman.com/reddit. A couple of posts I spotted this morning that I want to address. One user posted, does anyone else feel like the left needs to reclaim the American flag? The right waves the flag and other American symbols all day long. And most left-wing people don't even own a flag. I feel like it makes it easy for them to paint us as unpatriotic. What are your thoughts? You know, I tend to disagree with this. To me, the flag waving is very tacky. And rather than reclaiming the flag, I would rather see the left reclaim what patriotism is and make it something other than waving a flag. And what I mean by that is I've talked before about a sort of more sensible, logical type of patriotism. The philosopher Alain de Botton has written about this as well, which is patriotism is, hey, look at these amazingly well-designed cities we have. Look at how much we've been able to achieve in terms of dealing with pollution and our carbon footprint. How great should we feel about developing alternative energy and making sure people have healthcare? Those are the things that should start to be reclaimed as patriotic rather than the flag waving. To me, the flag waving is just kind of tacky. Let's reclaim patriotism. In Argentina, my birth country, people who visit the U.S. from Argentina often mention to me, what's with the flags? Like, I got here, I assumed it was Flag Day because I just drive by houses and people have flags on vehicles in some states. What's going on with flags? In Argentina and in many other countries, there's a day where you display the flag, and then it's sort of like we live normal lives. We're not constantly fetishizing the flag. Maybe going more in the direction where the flag is less a symbol of patriotism rather than trying to reclaim the flag. That's my instinct, but I'm open to having a different perspective presented to me on the left and the flag. Another post asks, what the hell is happening in August? Something is clearly happening in August. There's a New York Times story saying Trump is telling people he'll be reinstated by August. I just heard Mike Lindell talk about August. Does anyone here monitor MAGA groups? Is there a plan yet? What does MAGA think is happening in August? I'd bet $1,000 right now there's another coup attempt in the works. Does anyone have a concept of what that might look like? Well, tomorrow I'm actually going to talk about Mike Lindell is now shifting from saying Trump will be reinstated in August to it could be September. But I share the concern that there could be violence when, of course, Trump doesn't get reinstated whenever it is. We've talked about it last week and previously. And I also have a fear that we may be heading towards some kind of violence when, of course, Trump's not going to be back in office this year. And it remains to be seen if and when that will take place. But that's what's going on, that Trump and others have started floating August as when Trump will be back. He obviously won't. And there's no telling how that's going to trigger some of his followers. Join the discussion on the subreddit at davidpakman.com/Reddit.